back up here. I was like, I gotta make sure I'm up. I see them signing.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of integrity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Number 1 versus number 2 in the consolation bracket, trying to fight their way back in to the championship game. They'd have to win this one and then play against Alma later on, as Alma got mercied against Kalamazoo in the first game of the day. Kalamazoo ended up winning 11-0 after 7 innings. And they only had to rely on one pitcher to do it. It was Jordan Davis. Alma had some mistakes made in the field and a lot of miscommunication leading to their loss. But when we take a look here at Adrian College versus Calvin, it is number 1 versus number 2. Adrian College, of course, the number 1 seed coming into the MIAA tournament. Calvin University comes in number 2 ranked. They lost to Alma yesterday. Of course, Alma had their star pitcher on the mound. There wasn't much that Calvin was able to come out with, only mustering 2 hits against starting pitcher Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson, who had 19 strikeouts in that ball game, brought his total well above 100 on the season for Alma. 2 hits, 1 walk was all the Calvin offense was able to muster. Taking a look over at the Bulldogs, they lost 5-4 to Kalamazoo yesterday in the first game. And they were led by Easton Rogers and, of course, Lincoln Hayward, who hit the home run to keep the Bulldogs in the game. As he got a 2 RBI shot with Easton Rogers on base. He's our player to watch today for the Bulldogs, as he'll be leading off and playing in right field. Of course, 2-game elimination, how the MIAA tournament works. So whoever loses here today, they are eliminated officially. The other team will go on to play Alma. And it's do or die now for the Bulldogs and the Knights. As we take a look at the starting lineup for the Adrian College Bulldogs, as I mentioned, Lincoln Hayward is going to be in right, with Bruder batting second, Davis in the 3-hole, David Kedrow batting cleanup, then Easton Rogers at 5, Burns at 6, McGuigan at 7, Oliver at 8, Weeks batting cleanup, playing in second. As we take a look over at the starting pitcher for the Calvin University Knights, it's going to be Evan Steinbacher. Comes in with a 4.2 ERA. He's 3-1 on the season through 10 appearances. He started 9 of those games, pitched 55 innings, gave up 54 hits, 30 runs, 26 of which were earned, 24 walks, 36 strikeouts. Gave up 14 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs. His batting average against him is a .257, as he looks to try to keep Adrian College off the board today. He's going to do everything he can in his pitching matchup against Kozlowski over there for the Bulldogs, who will be their starter. We'll talk his numbers when we get him on the mound. And for now, we're going to step aside for a short break. Don't go anywhere as we get ready for action here in the MIAA tournament on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Ten years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere.
Finds the back of the net!
From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear. Happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I can have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Hello and welcome back as we're getting the starting lineups announced here at MIAA Field on the campus of Adrian College. My name is Sean Whitmer, and we're getting everything underway. Of course, Bulldogs going to pitch first, and then it'll be the Knights playing offense. Taking a quick look at the matchup earlier on in the season, they played middle of April. Bulldogs won the first two games in a doubleheader, and then the Knights were able to steal the third game in the 10th inning, 2-1. Team that has seen each other a lot this season. As Bulldogs are hoping to continue their success and not go home early in this tournament. Of course, as I mentioned a couple times so far throughout these broadcasts, only two teams have won the MIAA tournament since its creation. Those two teams are the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Kalamazoo Hornets, as Bulldogs didn't get the memo that we're not doing the national anthem before the games, as we did it before the first game. We're just going to get things underway. Of course, it's going to be Landon Kozlowski on the mound. 4.26 ERA. 3-3 record. He's made 11 appearances, 10 of which were starts. He hasn't been accredited with a complete game, a save, or a shutout on the season. He's pitched 44.1 innings, gave up 46 hits, 24 runs, 21 earned. He's walked only 9 batters with 30 strikeouts. As far as extra base hits go, he's given up 10 doubles, no triples, and 5 home runs. Batting average against him is a .271. As we take a look over at the Calvin batting order, it'll be Bonnemer leading off with Reynolds batting second, Brown in the 3-hole, Shearhart batting cleanup, Nelson in the 5 spot, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are going to be Stevens, Swope, Mason, and Mikula, mind you. Of course, we went over the Bulldogs lineup before the show. We'll go over it again when they get ready to come up to bat. So the leadoff man walking up to the plate, it's Bonnemer. Take a look at his numbers. So Bonnemer in the game yesterday, he was one of the 2 hits that the Knights were able to acquire against what looked like the best pitching performance we'll see in this tournament. He went 1 for 4. It's going to be a first pitch ball out of Kozlowski. Second pitch ripped down the left field, and it's going to be bobbled. Runner rounds first aggressively. He won't go for second. I think he could have got in there safely. That was ripped over the third baseman's head. Ryan Davis couldn't make a play on it. Cam Oliver bobbled it. I don't think Bonnemer seen the bobble. Otherwise, I would have expected to see him standing over there at second. So Kozlowski starts with his first runner on first. Leadoff single. Second bat starts things off with a foul ball, so an 0-1 count. He'll bunt once again. Kedro picks it out of the dirt. It'll be a foul ball. Kedro honored as an MIAA Athlete of the Year for catcher. Very good defensive catcher. Of course, had the pleasure of interviewing him earlier on in the season, and he explained to me why he's such a good offensive catcher. It's because he came here as a second baseman and moved over there later, as it's going to be a strikeout for Reynolds. Kozlowski grabs his first K of the day on the swinging miss. Now Brown Up to the dish. Ryan Brown batting .333. Swing on at the first pitch. Able to handle it through the sunlight is Cam Oliver. So there's one out. 2 outs, forgive me. Of course, with the strikeout, then the fly out. Now Shearer up to the plate. He got the first hit on the day yesterday for the Knights, going 1 for 4, struck out twice. DHing today. Pickoff attempt over at first. Runner back in there safe. Just a little bit of a hold the runner up type of pickoff, trying to keep him honest. Bonhomer gets a big lead. Kedra will stare him down, making sure he retreats back to first. Kozlowski checks on Bonhomer. Pickoff attempt once again. Closer that time, but Bonhomer still gets back safe. Kozlowski comes set. In there for a strike looking 1-1 count. Bonhomer taking a lead. Kozlowski delivers outside. Kedra looked like he wanted to go for that backdoor pickoff. Unable to get a good grip of the ball. So it's going to be a 2-1 count. A runner on first and 2 outs. It's going to be fouled off. It's going to bring the count to even at 2. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs. The leadoff man is on first. Nelson, the catcher, on deck. Shearer awaits the 2-2 offering. Runner goes. Kedro can't catch it cleanly after the foul tip. So Bonhomer will have to return to first. Kozlowski going for another pickoff attempt. Checks on the runner. Comes set. The 2-2 offering. Gets over to Bruder at short. He bobbles it, and the runner is safe cleanly at first. After the bobble by Bruder, it'll be called a single to the shortstop, as Shearhar likely would have legged it out anyway. Hit so deep into the hole. Now up, number 4, the catcher, Logan Nelson, comes in with a .291 batting average. Pitch inside. Nelson weaves out of the way. Kozlowski starts behind 1-0. Kozlowski comes set, checks on the runner at second. Stares it down. In there for strike 1. Brings the count to 1-1. Kozlowski, big breath in. Checks on the runner at second. The pitch and a blooper into shallow right field. Runner rounds third. He gets the stop sign late. He'll retreat back, and the bases are juiced for number 22, the right fielder, Christian Stevens comes into this at-bat with 4 RBIs. And after a day with only 2 hits, already 3 in the first at-bat, or in the first inning. 2 of which come with 2 outs. Zlowski, the first offering, skied into right center, and it's going to be a putout. Kozlowski, with runners in scoring position, able to escape without giving up any runs. And that'll do it for the top half of the first. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament action here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back as the Bulldogs getting ready to get things underway. As we take a look here at the Calvin starting pitcher, it's going to be Evan Steinbacher. Comes in with a 4.2 ERA, 3.1 record, 10 appearances, 9 of which were starts, 55.2 innings pitched. He's given up 54 hits, 14 of which were doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs. He has struck out 36 batters and walked 24. So, quick little conference for the infield as Lincoln Hayward walks up. And if you want to talk about a player to watch, Lincoln Hayward had himself a day yesterday, hitting that 2-run blast. Only homer of the day we seen yesterday. We had one in our first game of action today, as it's a quick motion out of Steinbacher. Hayward just watches it by. Second pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Third offering outside for ball 2. Steinbacher up high, ball 3. Maybe he got the scouting report on Lincoln Hayward because he's pitching around him right now, not trying to give up the power pitch. Up high, ball 4. Hayward will take his base. And the first runner is on for both teams. As Bruder up to the plate. The shortstop for the Bulldogs lineup. Batting in the 2-hole. Steinbacher. Quick wind up without a runner on. Same one with a runner on. Didn't really change much. Steinbacher checks on the runner at first. Hayward, some happy feet over there. That's going to be strike 1 looking for Bruder. Steinbacher checks second for whatever reason. Ball in the dirt. Hayward gets back. quite sure why Steinbacher looked at second base there before that pitch. That's going to make the count 2-1. Now he checks on first. Inside, hit him on the arm. Bruder will take first. Hayward over to second. Ryan Davis up to the plate. This feels familiar as we've seen a lack of control out of Alma's Bleasdale to open their game. Seems to be a similar problem. As a bunt laid down by Davis, it'll go fair. Play at third, and they'll get the lead runner. Bruder moves up to second. Davis safe at first. Unhappy with the idea that he's safe, as it'll be a fielder's choice. Good play made by Nelson, throwing it over to get the lead runner. So 1 out. David Kedrow, the catcher for this Bulldogs team, up to the plate. That's going to be strike one looking. Kedrow enters with a .349 batting average in 152 at-bats. He's played in 39 games. Team leading 39. He'll knock this one to the second baseman. Looking to turn two. Kedrow safe at first. He beat out the throw, as it'll go in the books as a fielder's choice. Kedrow just rolled over, and it just rolled up to the second baseman, flipped it over to the bag, but couldn't get to first in time. Went from Bonnemer to Swope over to Mason. Swope didn't have enough juice to beat out Kedrow. Up to the plate, Easton Rogers. First pitch low. So Hayward walked, got thrown out at third. Bruder got hit by a pitch. He's now standing on third. Davis, of course, got walked and is out after, or Davis reached on the sac bunt that got Hayward out, but was unable to beat out the throw at second. And then Kedrow just reached on the fielder's choice. That's going to be outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Steinbach. Big hit for Rogers, and it's going to be a routine fly ball by Reynolds. Easy put out, and the Bulldogs, after threatening, will be retired. We'll go to the top of the second after these short messages. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back. Of course, 3 hits for the Knights no hits yet for the Bulldogs, as they did have quite a few runners on. And we get ready for the top of the second inning. Take a look, quick reminder here of the Calvin batting order. Of course, we're going to see Swope, Mason, and Mikula here in the top of the second, as they got through quite a few batters there without scoring. And now we get ready. First pitch about to be on its way from Kozlowski. It's going to be swung on and fouled back into the glove of Kedro. It's a big swing out of Swope, trying to catch all of it and maybe find himself dancing around the bases. That's going to be low and away for ball one. Kozlowski, 16 pitches in that first inning. Swung on and missed by Swope. Looked to break outside. Would have been ball two had he checked up. Kozlowski comes set. The 1-2 offering outside for ball two. Kozlowski offers, big swing by Swope. Skying fly ball. Hayward tracking it, and it's going to bounce off Hayward. It'll be a fair ball. Big throw from his knees, but the runner will reach second. Tough ball for Hayward to track as the Suns come out. It'll hit you right in the eyes here at Nicolay Field. It'll be a double to right field. Not going to call it an error with how difficult the play would have been. So Swope stands on second. First extra base hit of the game. Kozlowski checks on Swope. First pitch strike to Mason. Kozlowski comes set, checks on Swope, delivers to Mason, who lays down a bunt, and it'll go foul. Kedro picks it up before it can find its way fair again. So runner stays at second. Mason's still in the batter's box. Just unable to lay down a clean bunt there. And it's going to give him 2 strikes, so likely not going to see a bunt again out of him. Of course, quick reminder for the fans at home, you bunt and it goes foul with 2 strikes, you are out. Mason awaits, swing on. It's going to go into the right center gap. Swope rounds third. He's coming home, and it'll be standing up as he walks across the plate for the first run of the ball game. It's a big swing out of Mason, who turned it into a double because of retreated back to first because of the cutoff man. And a Swope just rounding third, finding himself walking across the plate for the first run of the game. No one out, and a bunt laid down. It'll roll foul. Looked like Mikula was chasing it down. Take a quick look over at the MIAA softball tournament. Hope has beat Calvin 9-5 in Game 4. Shown bunt pulled back by Mikula. Brings the count to 1-1. Kozlowski delivers. It's going to be a bunt laid down. It'll advance the runner. Kozlowski flipped to first. Covering the bag was the second baseman, Weeks. who jogged over there. That'll move the runner over to second with one out. It's going to be Bonhomer up. Of course, he got the leadoff hit to start the game. Kozlowski checks on second. Comes set. Delivers inside on Bonhomer. Kozlowski once again checking second. And a big swing by Bonhomer. Camping underneath it, now looking to make the play. And the runner will stay at second. Nice job fielding there by McGuigan. That's going to be fouled back over the fan sitting down the first base line. Reynolds struck out his first time up, starting 0-1. Kozlowski's pitch is going to be fouled off once again. Going to bring the count to 0-2 with 2 outs. And a runner on second. 1 run has scored and 5 hits on the board for the Knights. Kozlowski checks on second. He'll strike out the last batter of the inning, and the Bulldogs escape, giving up 1. That'll do it for the top of the second. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second as you're watching MIAA baseball here on ACTV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
So, quick update on the MIAA softball tournament. As I mentioned, Hope beat Calvin 9-5. That means Calvin will play Trine in the next game. That's scheduled to start around 4 o'clock. We'll keep you updated throughout our day here today. Bulldogs already sitting in the championship game for tomorrow over in the softball tournament. It's going to be a first pitch strike for Steinbacher. Second pitch gonna break away for ball 1. The 1-1 offering gonna be fouled off down the third base line. Jake Burns awaiting the 1-2. Outside for ball 2. Brings us to a 2-2 count. Burns slaps one down the third base line. Nice crack of the bat. Just pulled it a little too far. Burns comes set. Steinbacher delivers. Big swing by Burns. Has a chance to drop in, but a nice play made out there in center field by Reynolds. 2 strikeouts for Reynolds on the day, but he also playing some good defense out there in center, showing his value. Now it's McGuigan. That brightly colored bat standing in there. That's going to be below the zone for ball 1. McGuigan playing out in center today. Second pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 count. Steinbacher delivers. Big swing by McGuigan. It'll be foul. Bulldogs looking to pull the baseball here. Steinbacher ready to roll. He delivers. Swung on. Big swing by McGuigan. It'll escape over the visiting dugout. Steinbacher comes set, checking on McGuigan. Delivers. Big swing over to shortstop. 6-3. McGuigan can't beat it out, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Now up to bat, Cam Oliver. Cam Oliver, who led off yesterday, got replaced by McGuigan. He went 1 for 5 on the day. Had a strikeout and left 2 runners on. Looking for a more exciting game today. That's going to be strike 1 looking. Oliver, very patient in the box, likes to get on base. There's a big swing by Oliver. It's pushing foul. It will escape the field of play. That's going to be an 0-2 count for Oliver. Right as I said, he was going to be patient in the box. Takes a big swing at the second offering. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. It'll skip in. Oliver holds up. Brings us to a 1-2 count. Oliver awaits. Big swing. Fly ball to deep right field. And tracking it nicely. Able to ruin the moment for Cam Oliver. That's Christian Stevens out there in right. So it's 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs. And they'll get their defense out there. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Brown up to bat as Kozlowski still on the mound for his third inning of work. First pitch low. It'll be ball one. Kozlowski struggling to find the zone as much as he'd like to today. Just lacking the command that you'd expect out of your Game 2 starter in a tournament. Kozlowski delivers. Check swing, strike one. Makes it a 2-1 count. It's Kozlowski. The 2-1 offering swung on, and it's going to be foul as it hit Brown's leg before going into fair territory. Nice call there by the home plate umpire. Going to be checked up on there. It's going to hit the dirt and make it a full count. 3-2. This pitch breaks inside for ball four. Brown will take his base. Just brings Shearhar up. 1 for 1 on the day. So Shearhar comes in as the Knights are working on their second time getting through their lineup. Delivery outside for ball one. Is an arm working out down there in the bullpen. Kozlowski delivers in the dirt. Great pick by Kedro. The throw down to second in time. He gunned the runner out. A little too greedy by Ryan Brown. And a big-time throw by David Kedro. As we see the ball in the dirt, Brown got eager, and Kedro with a great throw. Nice job on the tag by Weeks. And that'll take the base runner off the board for the Knights. Kozlowski with the 2-0 pitch inside for ball three. Kozlowski. The 3-0 pitch right down the pipe for the first strike. Kozlowski delivers once again. Big swing over his head. Weeks to first. Weeks has made 2 defensive plays to help get the Bulldogs 2 outs after the throw out at second. And then Shearer rolled over that one. Big swing, gets past the third baseman, and Bruder will eat it as it skips past him as well. Shearhart, of course, rolled over. And then Nelson gets on base for his second time today. Kozlowski. Delivers outside for ball one. Kozlowski delivers once again. Weeks with a sliding play, throw on to first in time, and a phenomenal play by Weeks to get them out of the inning as he was involved in every out. And the Bulldogs escape without giving up another run. We'll go on to the bottom of the third. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Welcome back as we get ready for the bottom of the third. It's a 1-0 game. Calvin on top after getting the first out. That's going to be in there for strike one. Big swing will escape foul by Weeks. Another big swing by Weeks, looking to find the gap, and it'll get down. Weeks will stay on first. Starting out the bottom of the third with a single, and Lincoln Hayward comes up with a runner on and no one out. Steinbacher delivers. It's going to be low for ball one. Steinbacher comes set, delivers once again, now looking for the other gap is Hayward, tracking it down nicely, and making the routine out is Ryan Brown. Nick Bruder up to the dish. Shortstop for this Bulldogs team. He'll stand in. Runner goes for second. The throw in time, takes a hop, but the tag is still applied. And Weeks is gunned out at second. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So Bruder now with no runners on and 2 outs with a 1-0 count. Delivery in. It'll be fouled off. Brings us to 1-1. Steinbacher's second offering in there for strike two. Brings us to 1-2. Steinbacher comes set, delivers outside, ball two. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Steinbacher with the 2-2. Bruder chops it foul. Steinbacher with the 2-2 pitch. outside, ball 3, brings us full. Steinbacher with the payoff pitch, fouled off by Bruder. Bruder comes set. Steinbacher ready to roll. The payoff pitch once again. It's going to be chopped right into the glove of the second baseman. Even though he fell down, Calvin still gets out of the inning. Only seeing 3 batters. We'll be back for some more MIAA tournament play after a few short messages. Thank you for tuning in. You're watching ACTV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back, as we're going to see Swope lead off the inning for the Knights. It'll go 7, 8, 9. And then we'll see if we turn it over to Bonnemer, who led off the game. But first we have to get through Swope. Kozlowski hoping he won't have to do much else. Umpire signals, Swope's ready to work. That's outside. Not able to pick it was Kedro. He'll get reset. Lowski delivers, big swing, Bruder receives the line drive as if he was playing catch. So Swope comes up and he'll sit down right away. Kozlowski stands in, waiting for Mason. Mason with the lone RBI on the day. It's a first pitch strike. Catches that low and away corner. Kozlowski delivers the 0-1 high. It'll bring us to 1-1. Kozlowski delivers once again. Big swing by Mason. It'll bring us to a 1-2 count. No one on, one out. Outside is the pitch. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on its way. Big swing. Mason will reach as it gets down in the gap. Mason legging it for second. No, he'll retreat back to first. Smart play by Mason as he'll get his second knock of the day. Seeing Kozlowski very well right now as Mason already has 2 singles, 1 with an RBI. Kozlowski with the outside pitch. Mason didn't even have his mitten on yet. It's Mike Hula up to bat. Third baseman for the Knights. Second offering in there for strike two. It's an 0-2 count for MIAA. So MIAA waits the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And that's out number 2 for Kozlowski. As Bonnemer is up with a runner on first and 2 outs. Kozlowski delivers outside for ball 1. Checks on first. Not worried about the stealing threat of Mason. It's going to be strike 1 looking. 1-1 is the count. Kozlowski. Sends one in. It's skied to shallow right field. Hard to track it, but Weeks will make the play. It looked like he was struggling to find the ball in the air. He tracked it down eventually, and that'll get us out of the inning. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back for the top of the 4th here on ACTV.
Your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th. Here, one more warm-up pitch for Steinbacher, and it's not going to be a good one, as couldn't catch it cleanly or get the relay down was Nelson. See if that's a bad omen for the inning, as we'll have Davis, Kedrow, then Rogers are the guaranteed hitters for this inning. Delivery, big swing by Davis, rolls over. 6-3, and Davis is out in 1 pitch. So Kedrow now up. Only 1 pitch used by Ryan Davis. David Kedrow looks to lay down a bunt, pulls it back in time, and watches in ball 1. Steinbacher delivers. Big swing by Kedrow. It's a high fly ball into foul territory, and it gets just over the fence. So Kedrow still up to bat. Kedrow walks back to the box. 1-1 is the count. Steinbacher stands in. He'll deliver. Big swing by Kedrow. It'll escape the field of play. 1-2. Steinbacher for the 1-2 pitch on its way. Kedro with a big swing at a ball in the dirt. Nelson on to first, and Kedro is retired. Now up to bat, going to be the designated hitter, Easton Rogers. Rogers, who played pivotal role yesterday as the Bulldogs fell short to Kalamazoo. Steinbacher delivers low. Brings the count to 1-1. Steinbacher having himself a very good inning. Delivers outside for ball 2. Steinbacher seems to be finding his pitches where he wants, as that's going to break inside for ball 3. 3-1 count. As I said it, of course, little announcer jinx. Steinbacher's pitches have started to get away from him, and now Rogers with a high fly ball to center field. Doesn't have the legs on it, and Rogers is retired. So Steinbacher will retire the Bulldogs in order, and we'll get ready for the top of the 5th. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as the U.S. News & World Report most innovative institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Hello and welcome back. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the MIAA tournament here on ACTV, as we've had a lot of fun with these first 4 games. Of course, Game 4 currently underway, and I'd like to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today. Of course, one of the consistent campus events that we cover here on ACTV, graduation, just happened last Sunday, shortly after we get the MIAA tournament underway. It's Kozlowski, a first pitch bunt laid down, and some nice wheels shown there by Reynolds, but unfortunately, while he showed great effort, it doesn't mean much because he'll have to jog back and do it again. This time with an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch on its way for strike 2. The 0-2. Offering in there for strike 3, looking. Not a lot you can do about that one. You'll just have to take a seat, as Reynolds will take a slow walk back to the dugout. Ryan Brown up to the dish. First offering over the head of Kozlowski. Throw on to first, and it's a routine 6-3 to make the out. And 2 outs in 2 pitches for Kozlowski. Ryan Shearhart up to the plate. Kozlowski comes set, he'll deliver. Big swing, Shearhart skies it to left field. Sliding in to make the play was Cam Oliver. It'll get out of his glove. So we'll have a runner on first. Would have been a stellar play had Oliver caught it. But with it popping in and out, it's going to be a single to left field. Fortunately, was able to keep it in front of him as it bounced off the turf. Big first pitch above the zone for ball one. Zlowski, pickoff attempt over at first, diving back in safely is Shearhart. Kozlowski comes set, delivers, foul tipped. So that's going to be strike one. Brings us to a 1-1 count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Kozlowski delivers another foul ball. Thankfully, we got this net here in front of us. Would have absolutely destroyed my computer had we not. So Kozlowski now with a 1-2 count against Nelson. Delivers, runner goes, foul tipped. So Shearhart will have to return. Fortunately, I think that would have been a ball, so Shearhart would have been safe at second. Kozlowski. Pickoff attempt, Shearhart. Back in standing. Kozlowski comes set, big breath, throw on, and Bruder went on to make the play at second. Shearhart will round and go to third. Oh, runners on the corners as Bruder went out of position there. And it made it easy for the single. If Bruder would have just held where he was, would have been a routine 6-3 put out. Kozlowski gonna have himself a mound visit here. And it looks like we're going to the bullpen. So Kozlowski gonna take a seat, and we'll get ourselves a relief arm into this ball game. While we wait for him to warm up, let's take a quick look at the stats for Kozlowski thus far. He's made it through 4 2/3, 67 pitches, 9 hits, 1 earned run so far, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Of course, the runners that are inherited by our next pitcher. Of course, our next pitcher going to be number 40. Number 43, Griffin Firestein. So if those runs happen to score, they will be accredited to Kozlowski. And we'll step away before I give you the numbers on Firestein. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, going to get the numbers on the season for Griffin Firestein. Number 43 enters with a 3.27 ERA. He's 2-0 in games that he's been accredited. Made 10 appearances. He started 1 game. He's also made 2 saves, 22 innings pitched, given up 15 hits, 4 of which were doubles. Didn't give up a single triple or home run. He struck out 18 batters, walked 8, gave up 8 earned runs, and he comes in with a batting average against him of a .192. Always stellar when the batting average against you starts with a 1. As Stevens up to the plate. I will update you if things change for Kozlowski. That's going to be above the zone for ball 1. Stevens yet to do anything on base. Swung on and missed. 1-1 is the count, with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Firestein winds and throws. Swung on, contact made. It's going to be a little bit of a jog there in center, but Firestein will escape the inning and keep Kozlowski only giving up 1 earned run. As we'll move into the bottom of the 5th. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back. My name is Sean Whitmer, and you're watching the MIAA tournament here on ACTV. As Steinbacher got his warm-ups in. Nelson's got his throw down to second. We're getting ready to roll. As up to bat is going to be Jake Burns standing in. Steinbacher comes set against his first batter of the inning. Big swing by Burns, skies it in the air, and it's a routine fly ball over there in the left for Ryan Brown. Looked like it was about to get away from him there for a second. He kept his eye on it and tracked it well. Now up to bat, going to be the center fielder, McGuigan. Up to the dish. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count with 1 out. McGuigan skies one in the air. It's going foul. And able to make the play on it is Mikula. The third baseman gets the put out, and Cam Oliver comes up with the bases empty and 2 outs. Steinbacher rolling through this inning and doing so in a hurry. trying to keep his pitch count low. Oliver will watch the first pitch across for a ball. Second offering in there for strike one. One pitch above the zone to bring us to 2-1. Oliver comes set. Steinbacher delivers in there for strike two. 2-2 is the count. Steinbacher delivers up high. Ball three. Ball, strike, ball, strike, ball. The next pitch, if it goes in order, will be in the strike zone for Cam Oliver. Steinbacher delivers. Oliver, the swinging bunt. Steinbacher picks it up, barehanded. Throw on to first in time, and Oliver is retired. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs, as they'll turn it over to their defense once again. It's Griffin Firestein back out on the mound. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be back shortly here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back here on ACTV as Firestein getting ready for his second batter faced. It'll be first pitch in there for a strike up against Swope here. Second offering fouled away. It's going to make this an 0-2 count for Firestein. The 0-2 offering skied into left center, making a play at it, diving and making the grab. The out is recorded. A phenomenal diving grab in the outfield. Left center gap, and a great play is made by Cam Oliver. As Firestein delivers ball one. So the 1-0 pitch on its way. In there for strike one. Catches the outside edge. 1-1 is the count. No one on thanks to that phenomenal play by Cam Oliver. The 1-1 is a called ball. Brings our count to 2-1. Two and one the count. Pitch on its way. In there for strike two. 2-2. Trying to get Mason out for the first time in this game. He'll send one right back up the middle. Firestein knocks it down. It's a routine throw over to first, and Firestein has 2 up, 2 down after making the play himself. Landon McCullough up to bat now. Firestein delivers inside for ball 1. Firestein with the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be low for ball 2. Two-0 is the count. Firestein comes set, ready to work. On its way, McCullough rolls over, knocks this one foul. 2-1 is the count. Firestein ready to send it on. Pitch on its way. It's skied to center field. McCullough picking up the gas, but that's going to be a routine flyout as McGuigan camped underneath it. The Bulldogs are going to go 3 up, 3 down. Firestein gets out of the inning without giving up any damage. As we'll get ready for the top of the 6th. Don't go anywhere, or bottom of the 6th, mind you. Don't go anywhere as you're watching the MIAA tournament here on ACTV.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back. If you're looking at the screen, the big discrepancy here in this game so far, 9 hits for the Calvin Knights. And the Bulldogs with only 1. It was a gap shot by Weeks, his first time up. And he'll be up to lead off the inning here, as we're waiting potentially a change being made. Otherwise, Weeks just not ready. Unsure what the situation is here, as now we got a new batter in. It's going to be a pinch hitter for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Daniel Shipman pinch hitting. Played in 7 games this year, batting .400 through 10 at-bats. He's got 4 hits, 2 RBIs, and a .400 slugging percentage. One and one is the count. Shipman stands in. Spiked it in the dirt was Steinbacher. It's going to bring us to a 2-1 count. Steinbacher delivers. Big swing by Shipman. Fouls it back. 2-2 is the count. See if the pinch hit works for the Bulldogs. The 2-2 offering on its way. Shipman knocks it into shallow right. Shipman is aboard at first. Up to bat with a runner on is Lincoln Hayward. Comes up with 37 RBIs on the season and 6 home runs is Lincoln Hayward. Walked once today, 0 for 1 his other time. Steinbacher delivers. Hayward pulls back the bunt. It's ball 1. McCullough playing in on the grass. Hayward shows bunt, pulls it back once again. Looked like Steinbacher almost hit Hayward there. McCullough coming in so close that if the ball floats over his head, it's going to be easy. Hayward might beat this out at first. The play at the bag, and Hayward is safe. Advance the runner over. As we take a look here at the replay, Hayward lays down a clean bunt, sprinting over to the first base bag, and he beat it out in time. Great job by Lincoln Hayward moving Shipman over to second. As he hit for a bunt, McCullough played his hands too obvious, and it made it easy for Hayward to do what he wanted to do. As Bruder will pull back the bunt. It's going to make it strike 1 anyway. Bulldogs not afraid to play small ball here and just bunt the ball and advance the runners. Steinbacher sends it in, ball 1. Bruder pulled it back once again. Steinbacher stands in. Delivers the bunt laid down by Bruder. And unable to field it cleanly is Steinbacher. All runners are safe and the bases are juiced for Ryan Davis, mind you. No one out. And the third baseman up to bat, Ryan Davis, comes in with 44 RBIs, 6 home runs on the season. First pitch outside for ball 1. Second offering in there for strike 1. Must have just caught the outer edge. 1-1 is the count. Steinbacher delivers. Davis with a big swing. Unable to get it. It'll be 1-2. Steinbacher comes set. 1-2 count. Big swing by Davis. Steinbacher rings him up on strikes. David Kedro now up to the plate. Bases are loaded. David Kedrow, 152 at-bats, 49 RBIs. That leads this Bulldogs team. He'll roll over on one. Play at the plate, and the lead runner is out. Bases will stay loaded for Easton Rogers. Easton Rogers with 37 RBIs on the season. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Easton Rogers. First pitch outside, ball 1. Of course, that last play there, force out anywhere, made it an easy play at home. Steinbacher's second offering, low for ball 2. 2-0 is the count for Easton Rogers. Tying run standing at third. Lead run at second. Ball 3, Easton Rogers standing in safe as Steinbacher hasn't pitched to him, and there's no vacancies on the base paths. The 3-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Three and 1 is the count. Big swing by Rogers. It's a deep fly ball to left field, and it's a grand slam for Easton Rogers. Clears the bases, and it's a 3-run lead for the Bulldogs. A big blast for Easton Rogers as he jumps it over the fence. Exactly what you expected, and he'll add 4 to his RBI total. That'll bring him up to 41. As Jake Burns is up to the plate. One and 0 the count after a first pitch ball. Big swing by Burns. It'll trail off foul. Outside for ball 2. 2-1 is the count. Steinbacher had a phenomenal day going, and then he gives up the 4 RBI homer to Easton Rogers. As Steinbacher finds the 2-1 pitch, big swing by Burns. It'll go foul. A 2-out grand slam for Easton Rogers. Steinbacher spikes this one, makes it a full count for Jake Burns. The payoff pitch fouled off by Burns. Full count, Steinbacher with the payoff pitch. Burns with a big swing and a great play made by Mikula, but he can't make the throw across the diamond after a diving stop was made. Burns gets to first easy. Up to the plate is the center fielder, number 19, Jackson McGuigan. Oh and 0 is the count. First pitch spiked. Good job blocking it by Nelson. Unfortunately, he blocked it off his chest piece and it rolled right back to the starting pitcher. Home plate umpire making sure that Nelson has shook it off. We're ready to roll here. Steinbacher with a runner in scoring position. As McGuigan with a big swing. Looks to get over the left fielder's head, and it's going to get down at the warning track. McGuigan rounds for second, and another run will score. Jake Burns is in safe at home. An RBI double for Jackson McGuigan. Bulldogs have turned this thing around as it's 5-1, and we're getting ourselves a pitching change. So that's going to be the day for Evan Steinbacher as he's going to take a seat. Take a look at his final numbers on the day. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 88 pitches, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He's given up 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, facing 25 batters. As, of course, he has a chance to have a 6th earned run added to his tally, depending on what transpires here with the relief pitcher. But while he gets his warm-ups going, we will step aside and be back shortly after a couple messages. Don't go anywhere as you're watching the MIAA tournament here on ACTV.
Fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
We've got a double change here as the Bulldogs have made a change to their batting order, and it's going to be Rolando Jimenez coming in for Cam Oliver to face off against Kyle Koning. Taking a look here at Koning's stats, he's got a 3.86 ERA through 15 appearances, 13 strikeouts on his season. And then taking a look at who he'll face, Rolando Jimenez comes in with a 275 batting average and 109 at-bats. He's got 18 RBIs as he enters. He was getting a little eager yesterday. He had to be settled down by his teammates. Koning checks on second. Bunt laid down by Jimenez. It'll skip over the head of Nelson and roll into the backstop. Koning comes set. Delivers outside. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count for Jimenez. Koning checks second, delivers. Jimenez with a big swing, fouls it back into this netting. It's going to make the count 1-2. 2 outs, runner on second. Koning gets set, taken off as McGuigan. Big swing by Jimenez, but it's skied, and it will be an infield fly. Down goes Jimenez, and that will end the inning. The Bulldogs score 5 after a big grand slam scored by Easton Rogers with 2 outs. He scored 4, grabbed another one later on. As we'll step aside, don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back for the top of the 7th here. Firestein got his warm-ups in, and we're going to get things underway as Bonhomer going to lead off here. If you're just tuning back in, Bulldogs scored 5 in their last frame, as that's going to be in there for strike 1. Firestein is rolling. Foul tipped into the leg of Kedro. So umpire going to give Kedro a minute to shake that one off. Looked like it caught him above his knee guards. Of course, even when it does hit that protective padding, it still hurts quite a bit. Kedro will get set. Firestein gets ready to work the 0-2 pitch. In there for strike 3 looking, as Bonhomer will go take a seat. We're going to have Reynolds and Brown up next. After that, we'll have Shearhart, Nelson, and Stevens if need be. First pitch, chopped foul down the first baseline. The 0-1 offering on its way. Swung on and missed. 0-2 is the count. For Reynolds. Kedro going to set up outside. Pitch going to be outside. 1-2 is the count. Firestein with the 1-2 offering in the dirt. Ball 2. So Firestein comes set once again. Delivers strike 3 looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Griffin Firestein. Ryan Brown now up. Has 1 walk on the day, Other than that, 0 for 2. Also got caught stealing earlier in the game. Firestein with the 1-0 pitch. On its way, Jimenez, who's moved over to second. Played on to first. 3 up, 3 down. Firestein stays clean. And we're going to move on to the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Welcome back, as the Knights have made themselves a pitching change. Get to that in a moment. First, we're going to take a look at Kyle Koning. Came in through 4 pitches, only 1/3 of an inning, and he only faced 1 batter. Of course, he did pitch yesterday as well, so just a quick inning of work for him. As quick update before we get to those numbers, over in the softball tournament, playing in the consolation bracket is Trine and Hope, and it's going to be 3-1 right now in the bottom of the 2nd. Now coming back over for the stats for Cam Seth, comes in with a 4.95 ERA through 15 appearances with 36 strikeouts. So Daniel Shipman, who moved over to left after coming in, is now leading off the 7th here. That's going to be outside. Had a mercy in our first game, and it's unlikely here. Bulldogs would have to put up 6 runs in this inning to get the mercy. That's going to be strike 1 called. So 1-1 is the count. Strike 2 in there looking is Shipman. Seth, 3 pitches in, 1-2 is the count. The 1-2 on its way, outside for ball 2. Draws us even at 2 apiece. In there for strike 3 looking. Daniel Shipman goes down watching that strikeout by Cam Seth. Now up to bat, Lincoln Hayward. 1 for 2 on the day. He's also walked once. Strike 1 called. 0-1 is the count. Seth delivers inside for ball 1. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Seth with 1 strikeout. As this is going to be a comebacker right up the middle. Great play by the shortstop, who was shifted over behind second to throw Hayward out at first. Of course, shortstop for the Knights is Swope. Relayed it over to Mason to get the assist on the putout. As Nick Bruder now up. He'll slap one right up the middle. Swope fields it cleanly. Over to first. It's 3 up, 3 down for Cam Seth, as he will escape the inning with no damage done, and we'll move on to the top of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a few short messages here on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as the important institution, Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the MIAA baseball tournament here on ACTV, as we're getting ready for the 8th inning of play here. I'd like to remind you that all broadcasts are student ran. Of course, myself, Sean Whitmer, on the call with our streaming coordinator, Josiah Durrell, helping us out today, directing, as we will get things rolling here shortly. Like to, of course, as a student worker for the ACTV production house, get a lot of opportunities to have some fun doing these sporting events and calling these games. Is Firestein still on the mound? And coming up for Calvin, leading off, is going to be the designated hitter, Ryan Shearhart, 2 for 3 on the day. As Firestein awaits his first offering to Shearhart. Winds and throws. Shearhart swings at the first pitch. It's going to be strike 1. So 0-1 is the count. Firestein delivers. Big swing once again. Shearhart fouls it off once again. Brings us to an 0-2 count. Firestein stands in. Shearhart ready to go. Firestein delivers low. It's going to be ball 1. Firestein with the 1-2 pitch. Low and away, ball 2. Brings us even at 2 apiece. Inside, ball 3. Full count now for Firestein. Shearhart fouls this one back. Staying at 3-2. Firestein delivers behind Shearhart. He'll take his base. That's going to be a walk. Zero outs. As Firestein might have lost control of that one a little bit and got behind the batter. Up next is going to be Nelson, the catcher for the Knights. Delivered inside for strike one. Nelson playing patient. He's 3 for 3 on the day. Big swing, can't catch up to it. Brings us to an 0-2 count. Another swing. Bruder tries to make the play. The runners will advance. And it's no outs with runners on first and second for Griffin Firestein. As Christian Stevens now up to bat. He's left 6 runners on base today. 0 for 3 in his at-bats. Working on our 4th time through the Calvin order. Firestein's first offering inside. Firestein checks on second. In there for strike one. It's a 1-1 count. Stevens is ready. Firestein checks on second, delivers. Outside, ball 2. Firestein comes set. Gets his pitch he likes, checks on second, delivers, big swing, fly ball behind second. It's in shallow center. Jimenez camping underneath it, and it'll be the first out of the inning. Runners stay at first and second. Noah Swope up to bat. 1 out, 2 on. Going to be facing off against Griffin Firestein, of course. Firestein checks on second, delivers. Big swing by Swope. Out to center field. McGuigan makes the play. Runner goes to advance for third. He's in there safely. Two outs. Runners on first and third for Mason. Runners on first and third. Firestein delivers. Catches the corner for strike one looking. Firestein checks first. Delivers. In there for strike 2. Playing patient is Mason. Unfortunately, he's currently sitting 0-2 in the count. The 0-2 offering. In there for a ball. Jimenez fields it off a hop. And the runner is out trying to steal second. The second time Kedro has caught a runner going. It's going to get us out of the 8th. And we'll move on to the bottom half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the MIAA tournament here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back as we got Ryan Davis, David Kedrow, and then Easton Rogers in order here to start off the bottom of the eighth. It's still Seth on the mound. So Ryan Davis walks in as Nelson got his throw off down. The third baseman steps into the box, having gone 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. First offering, bunt is shown. He pulls it back in time, so it'll be ball one. Seth, the 1-0 pitch, outside for ball two. And that's going to hit him. He'll take his base. Ryan Davis got caught on the hands. So David Kedrow will come up with a runner on first. So David Kedrow up to bat. Seth delivers. Kedrow lays down a clean bunt. Seth will relay it over to first. Now up to bat is going to be the DH Easton Rogers. And a quick reminder of what he did last time he was up, as it was a big blast over that left field wall. He was the reason that the tables turned and the Bulldogs took the lead. So Easton Rogers up to the plate with a runner in scoring position and one out. First pitch in there for a strike. Second offering on its way. It'll be low, ball one. Davis standing on second. Kedrow with a 1-1 count. Rogers with a big swing, connected with it, but it's gonna pull foul. 1-2 is the count now. Rogers going to get another few warm-up swings in. This Cam Seth ready and waiting. So 1-2 is the count with one out and a runner on second, as Easton Rogers steps back into the box. The 1-2 pitch. It's a comebacker, and it's going to be a pickle for Davis, trying to beat out Seth. The spin move applied, but the runner is out. Davis tried to get fancy with it. Unfortunately, Seth caught him in the middle of the base paths, and it was a pretty easy play once he got caught in the rundown there. So Jake Burns up to the dish. As Rogers has now taken first. It's going to be an 0-1 count after that first pitch strike. Second pitch outside for ball one. Rogers not doing much over there at first. It's going to be a check swing foul ball out of Burns. He only half swung it, still caught a piece of the baseball, sending it down that first base line. Seth delivers. Runner goes. It's going to be a foul ball. Big swing by Burns. It's a high fly ball to center field. And it's a routine play made out there by Reynolds. So that'll retire the Bulldogs. And we're going to have a pitching change, as looks like Ryan Davis is going to move over to the pitching spot as we get a final update on what we've seen from Griffin Firestein. Or never mind, Ryan Davis is going to go back to third. And Firestein will stay on the mound, so no need to update what happened with his outing, as he's still going. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back after these short messages. You're watching the MIAA tournament here on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back as Firestein gets ready for what would be his fourth inning of work. He's gone through 3 1/3 so far. Gets the okay from the umpire. It's the first pitch in, swung on and fouled up. It will escape the field of play. As we'll see Mason, McCullough, and Bonnemer in that order. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Mason, good connection, but it's a fly ball straight to the left fielder. Good relay in. A Shipman out there in left with a good play. Tracking that ball off the bat nicely. Firestein with the first offering. in there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Strike two looking. Yet to let the bat leave his shoulder is Mikula. As it's an 0-2 count. Firestein delivers. Swung on, rolled over to Ryan Davis at third. Rifles one over to first, but he pulled Burns off the bag. Mikula is in there safe. It's a good job by Davis to field it cleanly, but that throw just outside of the reach of Burns. He lunged to make sure he caught it, but Mikula will reach on an error by the third baseman. It's going to be a first pitch strike by Firestein. If he can get through this inning, it will end the game. Firestein pickoff attempt. Mikula back there safely. Firestein delivers. Big swing. It'll drop in left, and both runners will stay safe at first and second. We're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter here. It's going to be number 24, Isaac Hubka. So, Hubka in there now in the box. So Hubka comes in for Reynolds, and we're going to get a fresh arm out of the bullpen for the Bulldogs. And while we get that figured out, here's the final total as of this moment for Firestein. Went 3 2/3, 47 pitches, gave up 2 hits, and also acquired 2 strikeouts. Of course, he has 2 runners on base right now, either of which score, and he will have earned runs added to his tally, as the next pitcher will be number 36, Brock Shoemaker. Before we get his stats to you, we will step aside for a short break. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today, and never replicated after you graduate.
Welcome back. So the pitching change brought Brock Shoemaker on the mound. He pitched for 1 out yesterday, and he, of course, got the 1 out, as this is going to be blooped into shallow left. It's a great play made by Bruder, an awkward throw back to second, and the runner returned in time. As we take a look at the stats coming in for Shoemaker, his season stats include a 3.13 ERA through 13 appearances. He has 22 strikeouts to go along with only 6 walks. Good walk to strikeout ratio there, as it's 2 outs. Calvin's season on the line. It's a strike 1 on the first pitch. Everything riding on Ryan Brown. A big hit by Brown. It'll get through the infield. And all the runners will stay put. So the bases are loaded for the catcher, Logan Nelson. 4 for 4 on the day. Or, mind you, he's on deck. It will be Shearhart up to bat. As we're going to have ourselves another mound visit. And it looks like another pitching change, as thought we were going to Ryan Davis earlier. We'll get to him now. Once again, only going 1 out is Shoemaker. Going to save his arm for what hopes to be a long day today for these Bulldogs. And we'll step aside. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA action here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If you're curious why we'd make a second pitching change after just 2 batters, it's because Ryan Davis has an astonishing 0.99 ERA through 11 appearances. He's also got 36 strikeouts to go along with 7 walks. He's only given up 3 runs all season. He was the third baseman to start today. Played well all day, and now he'll move over to the mound, looking to close this one out. Taking a look over at his saves. He's got 4 saves on the season. So a little confirmation from our sports information department here. If Ryan Davis gets this save here, it'll be his 14th career save. That will break the Adrian College career save record. And he'll face off against Shearhart to start things. Shearhart 2 for 3 on the day. Nelson is on deck. The tying run is at the plate in Ryan Shearhart. He'll stand in. First pitch on its way. Foul tipped back into David Kedrow. They're going to give him a second to breathe. Kedrow going to catch his breath. Calvin's season on the line here. If they lose, they are out of the MIAA tournament. And the Bulldogs will move on to the final game of the day. Time called by Shearhart. So Shearhart steps back into the box to face off against Ryan Davis. It's an 0-1 count with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Davis delivers. Swung on and missed. 0-2 is the count. Everything relies on this next pitch if you're Shearhart. Shearhart stands in. Davis with the 0-2 pitch on its way. Outside, it gets away from Kedro, and the Knights are going to stay safe. It's a nice job. Smart play made there by Mikula, holding up at third. You don't want to lose the game because of a play at the plate when you have the tying run up to the dish. Davis delivers, swung on and missed. The Bulldogs win, and Davis sets the career record with his 14th save. A big-time win for the Adrian College Bulldogs as they'll play number 3 Alma in our next matchup. As we get confirmation on a start time for that game, it's going to be a 5-1 final as Calvin outdueled the Bulldogs with 12 hits to Adrian's 7. And Adrian jumped all over them there in the bottom of the 6th with that grand slam and then an RBI double, which gave them the 5 runs that they needed. And they were able to get out of this game victorious. As we take a look at our next game, it will be Alma College versus Adrian College. Alma won yesterday against Calvin 2-0, thanks to some stellar pitching by Tyler Johnson, with him throwing as many innings as he did, going all 9 and throwing 115 pitches. Likely won't see him, so they'll have to rely on some of their other pitching, and they had a rough day pitching earlier today, going through quite a few guys, as we'll see what that holds. Game time will start at 6, and we will see you there on a separate broadcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you on the next broadcast here on ACTV. Thank you for tuning in.